that nasty skin rash I've got? Well, I went to the doctor, and this is what he said. Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've yet to do so, I encourage you to get a copy of my free book. You can click the link in the box below for more information. So in the last video, I showed you this. Cover your eyes for those of you at home. This hole on my back, especially right there. I'm hoping you guys can see it. Down there, up in there, just all red and itchy. And because of that, I went off to see the doctor. This is Dr. Nelson. Andrew, please come on in. Okay, Doc. Andrew, pleased to meet you. What's going on today? Well, I've had like this weird skin rash, skin infection. Started about 2.5 or so weeks ago. Started with like 6 or 7 little bumps or vesicles. They just sort of showed up one day. I'm coming back from CrossFit. I'm like, what are those bumps? The next thing you know, they become more and more progressively itchy. Been away. I was on a bike trip, do a lot of biking, wearing a backpack, pretty sweaty under my backpack. And next thing you know, I've got this giant red rash. And I don't know what's going on. It's been there 2.5 weeks. So what I'd like to do next is have a better look at your rash. Gotta fully examine it properly. Maybe we can come to a more accurate diagnosis. You bet, Doc. Happy to oblige. Right. Here's the rash. Kind of red, sort of itchy here. Been scratching here. Been putting on this, made my own topical cream. You know, I've got coconut oil, licorice root, a little bit of tea tree oil, sort of mixed in. Just been started out with these little vesicles, just red and itchy, and oh, it's waking me up. Well, yeah, it is very red, itchy. I can see here, there's a small little bumps. Mostly I'm just seeing this sort of bigger, redder rash. Based on kind of your history, initially when you talk about vesicles, that's often how shingles first present. But that's not really, you don't really have a lot of pain. And it's not sort of wrapping as a band along the side of your abdomen, along the front. This doesn't totally fit. Maybe that you've contacted something, some type of contact dermatitis. Possibility, we've got a secondary, allergic reaction, inflammation. And/or there's one possibility would be a fungi, but it's hard to know now. I'm not really sure exactly what's going on. So Doc, what do I do? What do you suggest? It's waking me up. There's got to be something here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write you a script out for something, a little bit of a stronger steroid. I want you to put that on 2 to 3 times a day for the next 2 weeks. If it's not improving, I want you to come back in. So we're going to do, say, betamethasone, apply to affected area, TID for 2 weeks. Have you return in a couple weeks. If it's no better, maybe we'll consider some type of antifungal at that time. Sure, I guess we can try that. We don't know for sure what it is. And clearly it doesn't seem to be, maybe it's slightly better, but it's not dramatically improving. Yeah, I was just hoping I would get a bit of a diagnosis, but I understand some of these skin things. It's hard to know exactly what's going on. So if you guys haven't guessed yet, that was a bit of a recreation. It was pretty close to, what I was expecting. And in all honesty, it's hard to know. General practice, there's so many different types of skin conditions. They get complicated, after time passes. So it is really difficult to know. I wasn't completely surprised that, we have a steroid prescribed and or come back in a couple weeks. And honestly, in veterinary practice, I used to do that a fair amount. You just don't know all the time. A couple other points I want to make. First of all, I posted that first video, went up on Tuesday, got lots of feedback. A number of people said maybe it's shingles, interestingly. That's kind of what the doc first wondered about. Secondarily, they're like, allergy, maybe a yeast infection. It's funny, all the things that he mentioned, you guys as subscribers mentioned, which is super interesting. I kind of left there sort of thinking like, wow, I'm not completely unexpected as far as, just try more of a steroid. I'm not really about to do that yet. Personally, I was, wanting to, if it is like a primary viral infection, secondary rash, it's gonna run its course in approximately 4 weeks. So symptomatically, I'm more inclined to just treat it topically. If it is say a fungal infection, I'd rather, bank on the coconut oil, the tea tree oil, trying those. If it is an antifungal, try to cover more bases naturally. Then I did happen to go into my former veterinary clinic and see the Chinese medicine practitioner Natalie, who's awesome. And she did a brief exam, checked out my tongue, there's a lot of heat. She's like, okay, I've got this like Chinese medicine herbal formula. It tastes really bad, may help your skin. I'm like, fine, I'll try it. Rather do that than the steroids. She gave me this stuff, some unknown Chinese herbal formulation, but apparently formulated well for the type of skin condition I have. 3 scoops or 3 grams 3 times a day. I popped in a bit of water, ready for the horrible taste. Does that not look good? Yum, yum. Okay, down the hatch. Wish me luck. Just tastes a bit powdery. Not too bad. I don't know, lots of other things I've consumed in my past. Yum. I took a shot of the Chinese medicine herbal concoction. Honestly, later that evening, felt great. I had the best sleep. So I don't know what's in it. Don't know still exactly what I have. But it appears this like herbal concoction is working. So like, I'm gonna stick with it. Don't really know what I have for sure, and I guess it's not important. We don't always need to know an accurate diagnosis. But it is nice to know, and it's nice to treat it something natural as opposed to some type of steroid. It's masking the signs and symptoms. Thanks again, you guys, for watching this edition of Veterinary Secrets. Thanks again, Natalie, for the Chinese herbal concoction. Working awesome. Once again, I encourage you to consider taking your pets to also a practitioner that has skill in Chinese medicine. Especially when we're dealing with some of these more difficult to diagnose and potentially treat chronic diseases. A real serious viable option, especially if you can incorporate acupuncture. For those of you who have yet to get a copy of my free book, I encourage you to click the link in the box below. Please, subscribe, like, comment, all that sort of things on this video, and I appreciate your feedback. Once again, thanks, it's Dr. Jones.